All right, so I know it's around the holidays time, and we got Thanksgiving, it's Friendsgiving. We're all concerned and thinking about our Thanksgiving plate. Who's bringing what to the dinner table for Thanksgiving? Whose house we're going over? Can I come over your house? You're the mom that ain't really your mom, but that's a brother from another mother, mama. Or your sister from another mister, whatever. However y'all want to get down with that. But you know how like you going and you worried about what's on the plate. So I'm more concerned about what are you feeding yourself mentally? Like what's the consistency of what consists of your mental plate? What are you mentally feeding yourself? So let's go as a person first. I'm not worried about the player right now. As a person, you as a human being, what are you feeding yourself mentally? So let's just think about this. I'm not judging at all. We all have our things. So I'm just things for you, just food for thought. Just think about this. Um, Do you read books? I'm a big book reader. I know reading books is kind of lame, kind of boring, whatever. So if you're an audiobook fan, I get it, but do your thing. But what are you reading books? Are you consuming knowledge and information about things about the world? That's a big thing for me. I love to read books. When I don't read for too long, I feel weird. Unless I'm implementing stuff, then that's a whole other thing. But are you reading books? Are you listening to podcasts? Are you watching YouTube videos and TikTok to learn and educate about things? Um, are you are you so focused on entertainment all the time? Like, is everything about you about being entertained? It's kind of selfish when you think about it, but it's not going to go there. Not what this talk is about. But are you always focused on entertainment? Is everything you're doing about consuming entertainment? Um, Even bigger than that, are you always about consuming mess and drama? So are you always on Shade Room? Are you always watching about the latest news about some celebrity or whatever? I understand if you want to be aware of it to an extent, but to consume that all the time, it's a little questionable. But just some food for thought. Once again, I'm not judging, just here to just thoughts to think about. So what are you doing to feed yourself mentally? What music are you listening to? Are you always listening to people say crazy stuff? Are you listening to heartbreak stuff all the time? Are you listening to gangster stuff? Are you listening to just some weird stuff over here? I don't mean weird, disrespectful, but just kind of left field of what the culture norm is. Whatever what you listen to, think about what you're listening to and consuming as a person. What are your friends you're hanging around? What are they talking about? What are they doing? Because all that affects you, and you're feeding on that, regardless if you know it or not. Um, yeah, so as a person, review and think about what you're consuming. Hopefully, if you listen to this podcast, you're on a trajectory of listening to positive things. I like to consider myself a a good influence to an extent, but not really because I'm just here presenting thoughts and opinions that I have of my own. Whether you agree or not, you consider them good or not, it's up to you. Whatever. Anyway, what are you consuming? Okay. Now more as a player, unless I think of something else while in the next these few minutes. I'm done with a person. Now I'm moving on to player. So as a player, um, are you watching games? That's a huge thing that players that I've been around at least aren't doing enough of. They aren't sitting back and actually just watching games. Not just highlights, not just YouTube clips, but actually sitting and watching a full game. That's a huge thing. And next level of that, are you going back and looking at films, like looking at clips and YouTube clips or whatever for more strategic reasoning? Like, are you looking at the clips to see how they did certain things? Are you looking at a pick and roll? Like you can find a breakdown of so many things on YouTube now. So there's almost no excuse to not be watching some level of film afterwards. So like that's whatever. So are you looking at games? Are you watching film? Are you like really studying the game more than just what you have going on the court? So like just really review mentally where are you at? Are you trying to get a higher basketball IQ? Are you studying your body? Are you feeding yourself good things for your body? Not just, weights and everything, but mentally, it's the connection between the brain and body is so strong, it's crazy. So like, are you feeding yourself self-confidence and mental toughness? Are you feeding yourself these things? What is your self-talk like? What are you talking to yourself and saying to yourself? That's a huge thing too. So your mental diet is not just, what other people are feeding you. What are you feeding yourself too? So just things to consider. I'm not here judging. I just want to give some thoughts for you to think about and consider. Maybe moving forward, I'll give you more things to think about, more tactical things, more practical things to apply. But my time is running up. I only give myself 5 minutes. So if you liked it, great. If you loved it, that's even better. But like this video, comment, share, subscribe, whatever. And I'll see you guys next week for another video. Happy holidays. Hope you enjoy yourself. Have a great Thanksgiving. See you.